Sorry about how I look. But this is just really a super quick little video about Aaron Carter. Okay. Recently I've had somebody, I think a new sub. I haven't really seen her on my stuff, but we can have many subs as creators that never comment. But when I did that little quick video in New York about Aaron Carter dying, and he's my daughter's age. Well, he would have been. I think he's born December 7th, 1987. Okay. Don't even really know much of his work. I just know that he grew up in the limelight. What I want to say about Aaron Carter is I don't know why he came to me. I really don't know why. It wasn't like I had the cards out. Maybe I was burning a candle, always burning sage. And this was when I was in New York and probably trying to get ready for my daughter's birthday party that was going to be held in the Chinese restaurant Jade Island, Staten Island. Anyhow, there was something unsaid, and this is what I want to say. There's been somebody that has been trying to get in touch with him, to give him a message. I don't know if she knew him for real. Like maybe she just was one of his fans, and she would talk to him on Instagram, or how he would do TikToks and he would do lives. He had a lot of bullying. Okay. And so what he wants everybody to know is, and especially that number one fan, he calls you his number one fan. He did notice you. He noticed you, and he knows that you wanted him to get better, and you noticed that he was not feeling good. Okay. I'm trying not to let you see the big, mark on my head. He just told me, it doesn't matter, Katrina. Okay. He goes, did you see my tattoos all over my face and neck? Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did. Anyhow, he said what he wants his fans to know and what he wants you to know is he wished that he could have turned over a new leaf and been a part of his son's life and made up with a lot of people say bad things about Melanie, and I really don't know them from Adam. I just read, like when I don't know somebody that's on the internet, what I do is I put their picture in the frame, I blow their picture up, I put my hand on their face, on their head, and I listen to their video, like even if it's a short 3-second video. There was a video of him and I think it's Melanie, right? The mother of his child, his fiance, or ex-fiance. They were at the airport and they gave each other a kiss. Okay. And yeah, he was doing a lot of things for the camera. He was doing lives, jumping on and stuff like that, because he wanted to feel the energy from you guys. He wanted to feel the energy from his fans, hoping that it would heal him, hoping that it would help him live another day, try to get back on track. But basically he says, Katrina, just please tell them I was ruined. Like that wasn't going to happen because I just kept on relapsing. And suffering from depression is terrible. It's horrible. It's a horror show. And he goes, and then I wasn't treating anybody around me in the correct way. So whether he had disagreements with, and a lot of people want to villainize Melanie, I'm telling you, the first message he gave me when I was back in New York was to please say sorry to, I'm very sorry for how I treated my fiance. A lot of people trying to say she's a gold digger, she's this and that, she pulled up trucks to get stuff out of his house. Well, you know what? She's entitled to some of those things because she is the mother of his only child that is going to live, hopefully, a long life, and she needs to get some stuff out of there. Okay? They were supposed to be married. Then they broke up. They had problems. Who doesn't have problems? That's what he wanted me to tell you guys out there. So he also wanted me to say this other thing. Let me just, I gotta change. I'm having like my neck is freezing, my back is freezing because when it's rainy out, I have like crippled with arthritis, but I'm trying to rise above and not just be a complaining old person. Anyhow, what he wanted me to say is, look at the picture. I'm going to try to put the picture on the thumbnail, right? Look at the picture of him when he was like 8 years old, 7, 8, and then the picture of him when he was probably in his 20s, before he got the face tattoos. You could see in his eyes the light is gone. And so what he wants you to know is, he goes, I tried to get Katrina, I tried to get that light back. He goes, there was too many things in my mind. There was too many demons and there was too many memories that I kept on flashing back to, and then I would fall off the wagon just to get that memory out. And he goes, and I know I was stupid. He goes, I was stupid with the cans, medication. You know, you go to the doctor gives you medication, and then you want to do that medication because the doctor gave it to you. Okay? And then you get addicted to said medication. And then everybody, wants to villainize you because you were following doctor's orders, but what the doctor didn't tell you was you're going to get severely addicted to this, and then you're going to have to look for another way, because we're not going to give you this medicine anymore legally. So you're going to have to find it other ways. And he found it inside a can, and that was only for 3 seconds. He goes, Katrina, it's so stupid. I would kill my brain cells, and all the talent that I had, any talent that I had left, and I was killing my brain by doing the cans, huffing. Like, something needs to be invented. I know I come on and I say this over and over again, but that's what they're telling me from Spirit. Something needs to be invented for when you have a traumatic childhood. Yeah, you go to therapy, you go to rehab, but something else needs to be invented, some kind of holistic or medication-wise that's not bad for you. And I know some people say pot, but for my Bob Marley fans out there. But, that's not for everybody. And that is addicting. That does get addicting. But I'm not here to cause a controversy about pot. But there has to be something that they invent for all these people that have such trauma. And he did try. He's telling me, please, I want my fans and the people that had any kind of respect for me even towards the end to know that I was trying to be better. I was trying to get good again. But he goes, I was gone. It wasn't the same brain that I was born with. It wasn't the same. He goes, my heart was still there. My heart was still there. But he goes, the reason why I was getting into a lot of arguments with people and my ex-fiance, he goes, because my brain was trashed. It's like God gave me this brain and the talent and my heart. And he goes, but I ruined the brain. The brain couldn't be fixed. He goes, and I just, I think they're going to find out that he didn't mean to do it. But the fact is that he was doing drugs, and a lot of people saw him. A lot of people saw him in the midst of doing the huff. And he goes, I know that some people tried, even the housekeeper tried. He goes, my ex-fiance Melanie tried, and I'm so sorry. I don't know. He's calling somebody boo-boo. He goes, I'm so sorry that I couldn't be the person for you that you deserve. Go out there and find that person, and stay away from bad things, drugs and alcohol, and negative energy. Please keep our son safe from that. He said that when you see the picture of him when he's 8, he said that there's such light in his eyes, and then the things started happening in the family, and I'll stand by it. What he first told me was, my mother and father did not do the right thing by me. It's almost like putting him out there for the wolves so he can make money. And somewhat his brother too, Nick. He goes, but there was a lot of abuse that I went through. And he goes, I couldn't get it out of my mind, Katrina. I couldn't get it out of my mind. It would go away a little bit, and I would try to visualize and manifest a good life. And he goes, but I just didn't. And he goes, and I forgave my parents because I loved them very much. I wanted to get that feeling back, like of a loving family that just is all together and just thinks the world of their child. He goes, and I never got that. My father passed away, but his mother was still alive, but he said he couldn't feel, he didn't feel her shame or apology. And therefore translating into, I didn't get the love that I deserved from my family, from my parents. Those are the two main people that are so important in your world, that they develop your brain. They develop whether you're going to be kind of a good person or a bad person. If you don't get your emotional needs met, there's physical needs and there's emotional needs and then there's spiritual needs. Your parents are responsible for all of those, but especially your emotional needs, because you need to feel loved and not taken advantage of and not, pushed to work at age 8 and then not have any money after that. So he's like, what he's trying to say is, I'm sorry that I ruined my brain, but I'm not responsible for everything. Okay? You would have to talk to my parents and my family to see, about other things. He goes, yeah, I did the wrong things to destroy my body and my mind. But I always thought I was going to get better. I'm going to have another chance. I'm going to have a comeback. And he goes, and I was doing it for a little while. And the greatest thing I did was have my son. And there was love. There is love towards Melanie. Okay? So just look at that picture that of him when he's 8 and then him when later on. Because I'm going to have it there as the thumbnail. Look at it big. And you could see the light is gone from his eyes, but his heart is still in it. His heart is still trying, love me, I'll work, I'll sing, I'll dance, I'll do all these things that they came natural for him. He was naturally a star. He did have to try to be a human though. He goes, Katrina, that didn't come so natural. But he shows me a couple of little scenes and they're terrible. And I feel sorry for him. And he's like, it's all good now. I'm in heaven. I don't have to stress out one more moment of my life. He goes, but I just want to watch over. He goes, my son, my fans, my fiance. I want her to have a good life, a happy life, and somebody that will take care of her and my son and be a father to my son that I couldn't be. I will always be his father, but I'm in heaven, so I can only look out spiritually from heaven. Anyway, I wanted to say that I want him to rest in peace, and anybody who was trying to help him, he sincerely thanks you, even if it was just a thought you sent him in the universe. He saw all those thoughts. When he was passing over, he saw all the things that was said about him. You see the bad when you're on earth, but when you go make your transition to heaven, you see all the good things that people did behind the scenes. And he goes, and my housekeeper, he wishes that he can hug her again. He goes, I want to give her an extra hug. Because she was another person who tried to do the right thing for him. Okay? And he doesn't want anybody to bother her or make her feel bad. He wants her to be safe. Okay. Love you guys. That was a message from Aaron. Aaron Carter. Rest in peace, Aaron Carter. You deserve it. Love you.